Jimbob versus Naomi Townsend.
Yes.
So, we're going to make him feel dead welcome. On the count of three, stamp your feet, clap your hands, whoop, cheer, give it up for Jimbob and Naomi Townsend. Okay, here we go. Okay. This is like, do you know what, I'll just move this out of the way. There you go. I'll just, this looks like you've met your OnlyFans girl on a fucking cash prize or something like that. Like you paid 20 grand to meet her for the first time. Pardon?
Switched on. Oh,
Yeah?
Yes, I've won her in a prize, yeah.
Okay. Okay. When you say it, it sounds terrifying.
This is like one of those like safety online adverts where at first we see you and then it pans and it's actually you that you're meeting.
Okay, you're gonna have to come closer so that you come into the light a bit more, Jimbob.
Come into the light.
Which one of you two wants to go first? Whichever one of you two looks more like my dad.
You better go then, Naomi.
Yeah, right. Give it up for Naomi Townsend.
This is Jim, named after the one place he's never been. Sorry, I said he. His pronouns are actually yum, yum. Jimbob did try to diet once, and he managed to shed one whole wife. And since she left him, Jimbob has been on a journey of self-improvement whilst getting sober. What the fuck did you look like before? Jimbob was a victim of an abusive relationship. What was the abuse, Jim? Didn't she let you deep fry your heart medication? Was she making you eat broccoli?
Go on, Jim, kill
You
her.
done? So this is Naomi from Somerset, famous for its cider, cheese, and incest. She loves nothing better than to gargle a nice glass of cold cider along with a veiny blue dad's cock cheese.
It's true.
She's been diagnosed with a few medical conditions that are passed down from generation to generation. ADHD, dyspraxia, chlamydia. A family have nicknamed her the Combine Harvester because she harvests all the sperm from the men in her family, mixes it into a cum soup, and drinks it like a protein shake in the gym. Go for it.
He said cum soup, like we were all going to be like, oh yeah, cum soup.
You not do that?
Jimbob, you look like your Father Christmas had chemo. Ho, 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 only got 6 months left. Like.
People call Jim fat, but I call those people doctors. It's actually really hard to roast Jim because I can tell he has a really big heart murmur. If you could see past the blubber into Jim's organs, you'd recognize them from various cigarette packets.
Oh, you don't. You look like you were ready to say something else. Oh, I've lost my place now. Fucking hell. Shit, lost it.
It's all right, Jimbob, we'll fill in for time.
When Naomi first moved from Somerset to London, she was regularly found trolling the streets of Soho, asking tramps for money to give her a golden shower. Because her first ever shower was a golden shower from her Uncle John before school. I know I look like one of those tramps, but I've already been to the toilet. Since moving to London from Somerset, Naomi's earned the nickname the Cheddar Gorge. The last poor sod who went down a dungeon of danger said he kept getting distracted by the echoes of men going, help, help, help. Go for it.
All of your roasts feel like recent Pornhub searches. Golden showers and cum soup.
She didn't give me much to work with.
I only call Jim fat because he thinks he's fat. But that's just in his head, neck, face, and back. How do you have a beer on your back? You really are proof that looking like a giant cankle doesn't stop you being a comic, but your shit jokes do.
Naomi's last boyfriend described having sex with her as like going on the Oblivion at Alton Towers. First there was a massive queue, but everyone had a turn. When it was his turn, he said the seat was warm and sticky. Could tell somebody else had been there. It felt old and battered, like it had been never been maintained. And although he enjoyed himself, after he got off, he just needed to throw up.
Jimbob was in the army and has been in real-life war zones, but they weren't as big as the war zones going on in his arteries. He served in the army abroad for 3 years and has sadly lost a lot of friends because he stinks. He also killed 3 people out there because he sat on them. He now suffers from PTSD because they had mirrors over there. I actually really respect the fact that you were able to pull triggers with those what's-it fingers.
Oh dear. While in London, Naomi buys Primula cheese tubes and Dairy Dunkers. She uses the Primula as toothpaste to remind her what it's like to have her dad's cum on her teeth. She gets her tongue right into the corner of those Dunkers tubs. Reminds her of foraging through her Uncle John's foreskin for little nuggets of spunk. She's got some real daddy issues. The biggest issue is that he keeps getting her pregnant.
Wait a minute. If you're here, who's sitting on the toadstool fishing in my nan's garden? Wait. If you're here, who's in China getting poached for ivory? Wait, if you're here, who's at the casting for the remake of The Goonies? Wait, if you're here, then whose bowel movements are they using for the end of Oppenheimer?
Oh dear. Naomi's dad built a Joseph Fritzl style basement below their house. It wasn't to keep her prisoner. It was to keep throwing her down the stairs so she'd get rid of all those pregnancies. He'd leave her down there sometimes for days. If she ever ran out of food, he'd just pop down and hand her his mouldy cum curd that he'd scraped out from under his foreskin. That's me.
I'm going to be honest, Jimbob. The last time I saw someone with a beard bomb this hard, the following day, Israel did an airstrike on a hospital. Is that both of you done?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Jimbob and Naomi Townsend! Well, it was interesting. Well, oh no, you guys stay here for just 2 seconds. Right, yep.
Yep.
I feel like constructively, Jimbob, yours might have been better if you'd written after having a wank. They were all very weird sexual fantasies.
It's like shopping when you're hungry, isn't it?
Yeah.
Can't do it.
Oh, you know what it's like. You shop when you're hungry. You get home, you're like, I bought 3 tins of cum soup.
I just want to go and have a dad's foreskin butty.
I thought that you did a good effort. Like I say, it's not easy, is it? It's not easy doing this. Who do you think?
It's not easy being cheesy. I think Naomi won quite easily, but it was good though. I didn't realise like how women aren't allowed to sleep with other people. That was funny to hear that. Like all of them was just like, "You fucked other men, you." I was like, "Yeah, probably." Jim's was good. It's hard to do this, isn't it? Like, I don't think I could do it and not like talk about everyone's dad's dicks. So I think Naomi. Yeah, I liked some of Naomi's. Was a bit clever. I quite liked it. I was into it.
You know what's funny is like a lot of Naomi's stuff was about Jim being fat and on heart medication, and I genuinely am on 5 different types of heart medication. So I was just sat here feeling very seen.
5 times?
5 different types of heart medication.
Fuck.
Yeah, and I'm getting tested for angina next week. You fucking prick.
Start calling you Bonnie Tyler. Total eclipse of the heart.
Thanks. I'm going to say as well, I think Naomi picked it there, but thank you ever so much, Jimbob, for coming on. You did a great job. I give it up for your winner for the first rose, Naomi Townsend!